on the call the other day, and I tell you what, this woman is so wonderful. Her spirit is just gets me. She's a dynamo. I just love her spirit. She's a single mom. She's had several businesses. She's ladies, listen up. She is one to follow. She doesn't take no for an answer. I love her tenacity. She's a true entrepreneur. She's beautiful, exciting, got a great spirit about herself. And all I know, she's the one to watch. And not only that, if I were you, I'd be following her. I have been watching her since she's been on our call, thanks to Miss Diana Collins, and now she's exploding. And I just wanted her to get on here and share her knowledge because she's always exuberating just excitement in all she's building her business. And without further ado, all the way from Australia, Miss Taz, Regional Director. Yeah.
Thank you. Thank you, Mr. Thomas. Thank you. This is such an amazing opportunity, and I'm so blessed to be amongst you, sir, and have this opportunity every weekend. No matter where I am, I join in and I'm tuned in to what you've got to say. You've got me by the, you know what, we discussed that yesterday. You've got me, sir. So that's amazing. Thank you so much for the opportunity. And if I may please have admin or access to share my screen, then I've put up a slideshow together as well to help me present, and you guys can take notes. Could I have access so I can share my screen, Mr. Clemens? While we're waiting to that to come on, let me start talking and introduce myself. As Mr. Thomas said, you know, I've come to Australia from India. I'm originally from India. I came here as an international student, started my journey with 2 bags. Mind you, the 2 bags had 6 pairs of shoes. I've got my fancy for shoes for a long time, but we get our things right. I came here as a student, work my way up. You know, international student, we pay big fees. I worked my way through it. I joined as a security guard to get things done. And my parents said, oh, a security guard, isn't that a watchman? I'm like, yeah, a glorified watchman. That's what we call it in our language. But hey, it paid the bills. You know, I live in Rome like the Romans do. Do we really understand where we are and use it? So I did that, worked my way as a security officer into a supervisor, got up, got excited, got into a supervisory role, ended up with recruitment and training in security industry, then moved into real estate, which you've heard me a lot speak about. Got into real estate, 4 years, had a half the price cut. So I dropped my salary by half to go into the new industry to learn. That was the fees I was willing to pay to learn. Got into a new industry, 4 years work with someone, and now 3 years on, I'm a director of my own business. Now have multiple businesses of my own. A single mother, thanks to the last year COVID, a year amazing challenges we all have faced, but that's good. We all learn and we grow from it. It just wasn't the result and the outcome I was desiring in a marriage, so I moved on and learned something new. You know, that's what it is. It wasn't a failed marriage, it's just something I didn't desire anymore, and we move on from there. So that's where I am, and I've had this blessed opportunity, thanks to Diane Collins, who introduced me to this group and has been absolutely champion to me and my businesses, and everything I've learned has been transferable skills. Thank you so much, Mr. Thomas. I use it in ACN and everything I do. And I've just helped me grow. It's just helped me grow. It's helped me grow. So hope I can share and share some stories with you, because facts tell, stories sell. And Mr. Clemens, if you can unmute yourself and tell me if you've given me the access so I can share my screen, sir.
Yes, ma'am. You have access.
How do I share? Where's the share button? It's not through yet.
Should be able to just click share. What type of device are you using?
A laptop.
Yeah, on your screen somewhere it should say share at the bottom.
Yeah, it hasn't come up. Normally it does pop up. But that's all right. Technical skill difficulties. We don't have to be, super smart to do that, but that would have helped. I'll keep flicking between screens till I can get that. And keep trying, Mr. Clemens. Let me know when you've given me access one more time.
All right, you have access already.
Share screen. I must be blind. Thank you, sir. That's why I wear glasses. I don't have 20/20 vision. Thank you. Can everybody see that? Can everyone see my screen? Little thumbs up. Good, good, good. So I've shared my story. Want to know who's in the room. So since we don't want to get everyone on talking, can you tell me how many of us in the room do a job? Job, hands up, do a job. Beautiful. Okay. How many of us are still students and studying along the way? Flicking through, keep your hands there. We have a few students. Good. How many of you are immigrants to where you are, in the country you are? Yeah, we all have a story. We all have a journey. Beautiful. Look at those hands. My brothers and sisters from India there as well, in Australia and all over the world. We all have a story. We all have a journey. This room is diverse itself. Have a look around. Yes, we all have different stories and different journeys to tell. My question to you is, why are you here today? Why are you here? Why now? What brings you to this today? Okay, so what I want to do in this call, guys, is share stories with you so you can look. We're going to do some soul searching, look inside yourself and understand why, and ask ourselves some questions we've never asked before and see if that helps us. And I'm going to talk about some things that I've learned along the way, just in the last 3 years alone, massively, that I've been able to put to action, from Mr. L. Thomas, Mr. Byron Nelson, Darren Hardy, and all these beautiful people that we listen to. I'm just trying to put those things little by little every day in my life, one bit at a time, to make that difference. Are you ready to open your mind today? Yes? We ready? Give me those nod heads. I can't see all of you, but I can see some of you. Good. What do we see here? Take a few moments to see my screen. What do we see? What do we see? Can anybody unmute themselves quickly and give us one thing you see there?
A flute player.
Flute player, great. What else do you see? Julian, unmute yourself. Tell us what you see, Julian.
A young lady in the background.
Oh, nice. Okay. Anyone else see anything else?
Lake.
Oh, look at that. So we all see different things. And when someone says something, a flute player or a lady at the back, we are looking for those things. We all see. Yes?
What about Al Thomas? What about the face
old
of the man?
The old man.
Ah, the face at the back. Yes, the face at the back. Yes. So we all see differently. We all have different perceptions when we see something. Look at that. Some of us didn't see that picture at the back, but some people did. It's the perception we have. We all see, think, and do things differently. I have a lot to cover, so stay with me. 6 basic human needs, right? If you can't write fast enough, take some pictures, might help. We all have these 6 human needs, but we work on them differently. Some desire some more than the others. Some want certainty. Some like variety. They can keep jumping here and there, do 10 different things. Some want significance and power and growth. Some want love and connection. They just want to be loved and they're happy where they are and get on with things. That's fine. Some have contribution. You know, they want to do church service, work in their charity, give back. And then some want growth. So everyone has different perceptions, and different human needs at different times get met. And depending where they are, they feed them at the time as they need them. Make sense? Are we with me? Yes, do we all feel that different things? So let's focus. Let's focus today. If we can all please sit back in your chair. If you're having a backless chair, don't fall off. So sit back, sit comfortable in the couch and wherever you are. If we can all just put your pens down for a second, close your eyes and take a deep breath. Close your eyes and take a deep breath. Can we all focus on color blue? Just look for everything blue around you. In the room you are, is there a vase? Is there a flower? Focus on everything blue around you. Blue, 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 blue. Oh, you got all that blue going. Good, good, good. We can see lots of blue. Open your eyes and quickly tell me one thing red you saw. What was red? A bit tough, isn't it? A bit tough. We were looking for so much blue, we missed seeing the red. So it's what you focus on really grows. What you try and focus on grows. If that's what you're focusing on, it will grow. Even if you didn't have red, you'll make a brown look red to get it as dark red, maroon red. What you focus on will grow and multiply for you. So just when you're thinking, focus on the right things, and it will really help on that day, that moment, that hour. What you focus on will multiply. When they say, I want to manifest something, focus on it hard enough, the right way, the positive way, and it will come to you in tenfolds. Can we handle the truth? Success comes to those who work for it. Yeah, not in a minute. We don't take a gym membership and go and work out in one day, and the rest of the year we expect the six-pack to just be there and happen. It doesn't. We got to work every day consistently, and then the six-pack comes along. Ask the guys. They work it. They work it hard. They work it because they want that. Take action. Take action. Mr. Thomas has been saying that for a long time. Take action consecutively every day. Doesn't have to be huge. Small bit at a time. You can't eat the whole pizza by itself. A bite at a time. But take those actions. Go for those walks. Be consistent. Be a student. Don't settle with mediocrity. Don't be okay with what gets thrown at you. Change the thinking. Don't fake it. Be true. How many of us have heard Mr. L. Thomas talk on their Wednesday calls when he connects with people? He's true. He has fun. He just connects with where it hurts. He wants to be there with you. The most expensive words that one can say is, I have always done it that way. They conform to the ways of the masses. It's always been that way. No, we can't do that. Those are scams. Don't say those words. They're one of the most expensive words you can use. We have to fail to succeed. That fail means just not going to get the results you desire at that point. We're just going to have to tweak it, change our language, change our body language, understand the people better, and change it to get the results you want. Scare yourself a little bit. If you're not scared about what you're doing, you're not going to be excited enough to try and get a different result. You've got to be scared. You've got to feel it. But most importantly, also, don't forget to be kind to yourself. Be kind to yourself. Appreciate what you got. Have gratitude. Give, serve. Be kind to to yourself, so you can share more. Because if you love yourself, you can help others. In an aircraft, in an emergency, the first thing you do is put the oxygen mask on yourself. So you've got to love yourself first, so you can love the others. Okay. Okay. Dr. Kaz is in the house. Let's have some fun, people. Don't we like to have fun? Okay. Let's look inside you today. Can we just talk about us, you? Because everything we do starts with you. Yes, Mr. L. Thomas started this year by saying, I'm sorry, I thought you guys knew all this. Because we can't just presume everyone knows everything. Everyone's in a different phase in their life and think and feel things differently. So let's look within ourselves. And we've been saying, do this, do this, do this. But how do we do it, Kaz? We do it by looking within ourselves first to know what we want to be able to bring it out. So, have you got a plan ready? Have you got plans? We say make goals, make targets, make plans, make everything. Do we all really have that written down? I have a screensaver going, but I've got a plan. I've got a plan. I've written a plan in my book. I've got a year plan. I've got a 5-year plan. I've broken it down to 1 year. I've broken it down. I've broken it down to the year, to the quarter, and know exactly what I'm doing. And you break it down in really bite-sized pieces as well. When you can talk about your career and goals, you can talk about your family, you can talk about yourself, you can talk about your bucket list, your kids, whatever you want, break it down, because your mind is your GPS. If you say you want to find Kaz in Australia, you'll come to Australia, welcome, but you won't find Kaz. You might say, I want to go to Melbourne, Australia and find Kaz. You'll get closer to where Kaz is, but you still won't find Kaz. Yeah, I want to go to see Miss Ismail. She's in Fresno, California. I already asked my brother, where is it? How far is it from you? So my GPS is working. How far is it to go and see Natasha when I see her? But I need the exact address to get to Natasha on the day. I need Mr. Thomas's exact address to get to him. Your mind is your GPS. So if you say, I want more money, I want more customers, it's going to keep looking. It still doesn't know how many customers, and you never get any. But if you want to say, I want one customer today, you work for that one customer today, because your GPS knows it's got to do one today. Does that make sense? We need to really break it down and see what we got. Do you know what you really want? Do you know you? When is the last time you sat down and spoke to yourself? When is the last time you sat and just spoke to yourself? Give yourself love, some time. Have you asked yourself, what's your vision? What's your goal? What's your target? What do you really want in life? Or are you following somebody else's bandwagon and jumping on because this group is going there? I have to do this because my whole team I'm doing. The person I signed up under is doing this. I've got to do this. But if that's not what you really want, If that's not meeting one of your 6 human needs we talked about briefly, you won't be able to get that, and your questions and challenges will be harder while those people will keep sailing. You need to know first what you want. Do you know where you're going? What's your chart telling you? What makes you go, What's your trigger? What's your anchor moment? What brings you together? What keeps it all in for you? This is from Darren Hardy's book that I got shared this year. And geez, this book scares me. It scares me. So I do it more and I do it more. Take a picture. There's lots to write there. But Darren Hardy has really done a grand design worksheet in his book, Best Year Ever, that it's like a workbook. It's actually a workbook that I'm working through. And one of my team members gave it to me. Jess, thank you so much for sharing that. And, and I'm working through it. 10 greatest happenings in last year. Can you write it down? Have you ever written what are the 10 great things you've done? What have you done? This is all about you people, not the world, what you have achieved. Write 3 minimum points in these little questions there. 3 things you've accomplished last year. 3 great lessons. I struggle to write the answers to some of these. I really struggle to write 3 things. I had to really think hard. We've never sat down and done an analysis on ourselves. We are so quick on passing judgments and talking about others. Let's look at what we've done and what can we do to do it, because it all starts with numero uno, you. It's all about you, to get that right. That's what our leadership training is about, to focus from within, because if you want to share and give it to others and embody on this journey to give, you need to know what you want as well, to be able to share, to know what you have, to be able to impart. Mr. Thomas says, I've got a world of knowledge. He can, because he's done his soul searching. He's done the hard yards. He's put it down. He's got billions of books right next to him that he reads, but he's made notes of as well. And he can refer to. So if a situation arises, he knows where to go on. How many of us are watching the Australian Open right now, besides the Aussies? Come on, Americans. I hope you're watching the Aussie Open as well. Oh, come on. We Aussies like a bit of love. Okay, we watch the American Open. We watch you tennis. Don't worry. America's great, but watch us Aussies as well. So we're watching the Aussie Open. Why does every world team, every guy, every athlete travel, every team that goes for cricket, basketball, NBA, whatever you call it, why do they have a coach? They are professionals. They know what they're doing. Are you telling me you don't know how to hit the shot or whatever it's called, 10-point, 2-point? You think I don't know how to do that? I'm the professional. But they still have a coach, because they are not in the emotion in the moment with you in the game. They can watch from the guidelines and mentor you and tell you how to tweak that little action, which will help you score the point. We all have. So the best of the best still have a coach. Rafael Nadal, or whatever his name is, doesn't say, hey, coach, shut up. I know how to hit that ace. No, he don't. He take the guidance every bit of the day. They practice. That's what we need. So if you can answer these really well, that will really help to make your goals, your targets, and your vision down. This year, the now, write the 3 things you need to do less of. If you've created the realization, you've written a few things down, if you have nothing shown for last year, do an accountability check. What are you going to do less of? Less TV, less of 0 exercise, maybe more exercise, less of whatever. What are you going to do less of? What are you going to do more of? How are you going to replace that time with something else? And what are the things you're going to stop altogether? I've stopped watching news. I found out from people interstate saying, oh, Kaz, how's everything going? I was like, what's wrong? What's happening in Melbourne? I don't know. I'm safe. I'm driving. Oh, we're in lockdown 5 days. I said, oh, thanks for letting me know. I'll tune in. Don't listen to the rubbish around you and get consumed by the stuff that doesn't serve you. That's very important. And in business, it's not we're not a job. It's in business that you're stepping into the business game while you're here. Is because there's no one guiding you. You're the guide. You're the boss. You need to guide and direct yourself all the time. In a job, you've got a manager telling you, that's not right. Fix it up. I need to present that to the boss above me. We've got to, no one's going to guide you. You're going to guide yourself. So making your accountability check is so important and very, very crucial to actually do our own health check. We all go to the accountant and ask for more tax back and more tax return. Why don't we do our own checks to see what we're returning to ourselves? How can we save that money and put it back into ourselves? Has anyone seen a wheel of life? This is all part of, coaching, training. Well, if you've never seen a wheel of life, Google it. Google the wheel of life. And these are the different elements in our life that, come along the way. And see if you can score yourself. And it doesn't have to be a perfect wheel. It can be wobbly. If it's wobblier, if that's a word, if it's more imbalanced, then that's what's telling you where the struggles are. And then you need to work on that, because sometimes when we're good at something, we keep working on what we're good at because that's our comfort zone. Yes or yes, people. I'm good at that, so I'm going to show off and keep doing that. But we forgot to work on the other things that we haven't in our life to bring the balance. And so we're in sync with everything we need to do in life. So Wheel of Life, if you've not done one, please do it. And if you've done one many years ago, please do one again. It's good to reflect, right? It's good to reflect and have it there. So these are some things I've learned in my years of coaching, because I've trained as a coach as well. And that's what I share with people. Now that you know what you know and we've just talked about, and you're able to analyze and do a self-check, complete the Wheel of Life. Identify your focus. Make a plan, because now you'll be able to reflect on that better. Now that you know yourself better, you've asked a few questions and answer them truly. And if they hurt, then that's okay. If you can't hurt yourself and do a check, who can? Give yourself the permission to change. Give yourself the permission to make that difference. Give yourself the permission to reflect on yourself. Yes? Create an action plan. Create something for yourself. Take immediate action. Please, these calls, some of us, we switch them off like we turn the TV off when the episode's finished. Don't turn it off like the episode's over and I'll just wait next week till the next episode starts. Take immediate action. Put it down. Have a cup of tea, have lunch, have a drink, whatever time zone you are in. And put that down. Take action. Take everyday action, which will convert to massive action in someday. We can't all take massive action immediately on the spot. We are all in different phases of our life. But we can, if we take them slowly, it becomes habit. It's muscle mass. The first day I went to the gym, I could pull 10 kilos. 2 weeks, 3 weeks later, I could pull 20 kilos, then 40 kilos. But if you look back, damn, I just started with 10 kilos. Now I can do 100 kilos. How did I do that? Not overnight. It's muscle mass. We built on it. It's habits that make us get a journey. The body knows. We can grow every day. Tiny but consistent steps will make a big difference and improve your life. We saw at the start when we saw everyone saw differently. This I learned in ACN as well, and from different platforms as I learned in my life. There is different personalities we deal with. There is a shark personality. I'm a high shark personality. I used to be different, but my purpose and journey has changed. So my personality has changed with my situations. I would say Mr. Thomas has a lot of dolphin in him as well. He loves having fun. He can't go without having fun. He wants to put fun in everything he does, but he's got a shark as well. He wants results. He wants the action. Oh, yes, his eyes are going big as ever. Yes, I am a bloody shark. I want it to happen. Look at him. But his calls every single day, he's on a call even though somebody else is talking. That's a whale. That's his serving. That's giving. And then he wants a bit of the details and get a few things to get enough. Yes, it makes sense. Let's move on. He hasn't heard me a hell of a lot, but he heard enough to say, all right, we'll give her a chance. So urchins will need all the details. And I'll get to those people a little later. And I love it how Mr. Nelson shared on one of his calls, and I'll try and play that. But just like Mr. L. Thomas does, Mr. Thomas, I'm going to try and imitate you. Let's see if that works. I want my information. What do I need to do? Not good enough for me. Doesn't he do that? And that's what people do. That's what the urchins do. They want more information, not good enough. That's a scam. Yeah, if they don't tick with you, move on. So they're different personalities. All right, that was a bit of fun. Friends, I'm a massive follower of Tony Robbins. I've been to his seminars. I've done the fire walk, not once, but twice. It doesn't hurt, but it can hurt. It depends how you feel it. But take this link. If you can take a picture, this is a free test of DISC analysis or a personality type. If you've never done one and you don't know and what we talk about, this is a little more detail. And when you answer some of those questions in there, you will start wondering where you're really coming from. So it really tells you where you are. So if you have never done a DISC analysis, it's free, get online and do it. It's a personality test. It'll really help you, help yourself, bond and work better with different people, and your language will automatically change because you will start understanding different personalities and work with it. So these are the things where we learn from, why we leaders can do what we do, because we've done all this extra work in the back, and why we share, okay? Every day is another chance to change your life. Every day is another chance to change your life. If you're looking at this picture, friends, there is a clear side and there is a blurry side. Which side are you sitting on? Sometimes we hear these things, but we don't actually analyze and break the saying down either. It just sounds good and makes me look smart because I can put all these up. But when I actually looked at it today, I said, there's a clear side to the picture and there is a blurry side. Which side of the picture do I really want to be? You know, and I've put this slide up many times, but I've never actually broken it down till this morning, till I was putting it together, saying I want to be on the clear picture. I want to have a clear vision. That's what I want to get, right? We're on this side of the fence. Grass always looks greener on the other side. It's not always like that. One day, or is today day one? You decide. One day you will get started. One day you will do it. One day it'll happen. Or is it day one today that you make that change and make the decision? It's your call. It's all up to you. You and you alone. Where is the only place in the world where success comes before work? Come on, let's throw that out. You smart people already know it.
The dictionary.
You know it. Look at these Aussies. Shush, my Aussie friends, you've heard me before. All right, dictionary. Dictionary, we got to work. It's network marketing, not net seat marketing. You've got to work it, people. Work it hard, work it deep, work it whatever. Yeah. Mr. Samuel, put yourself on mute. Your laugh means something else to me. You're being naughty. I'm not. I'm saying work your business hard and really strong and know where you're going. All right? Go hard mindset. Go hard. Go hard. And what that means. And I'm going to get to my books and all the notes. I couldn't put everything on a slide for you. But we're getting into the entrepreneurial mode. We're into business. We're talking about all these words, but what does that really mean to us? What does it mean, Kaz? You know, what does it really mean? It's hard work. It's hard work. Don't get me wrong. It's hard work, but you've got to drive it. You've got to focus it. Mr. Thomas said, I think Mr. Thomas, I learned from you. I've got so many notes all the time. It's, you know, there is good and evil. Yes. But for the good to come out and win, good must be active. Good must be active. For the good to come out and win, good must be active. Weeds will come, you got to take them out, throw it away, but good must be active. So there is good and evil. As a business owner, you've got to keep driving it. You must start with the end goal in mind. Don't just start driving. I'm going to go for a drive and just drive into the wilderness. You will never be able to come back. When you go for a bushwalk, those who are experienced and trained, they put markers, they put pointers, they know what they're looking for, they know their track, they've got their compass, they've got their direction. They've got with the end in focus. The end is to be able to come back safe. You know, if you can't do that, then it's no good. It's no good. You've got to have the end in mind and stay focused and keep the good going. Yeah. It's got to hurt. It's got to hurt. And if it doesn't scare you, you're not in the right place to be able to do it. I love it when Mr. Byron Nelson says, people have attitude disease. They've got attitude disease. No, that's not for me. That's a scam. I'm too good. No, I'm good. My job plays me well. I don't need this anymore. They've got attitude. Maybe the wrong, maybe the right. It serves them. Good for it. You know, we've talked about it. Move on. We keep sorting. Yes, move on. What did Mr. Thomas show us? I have it here. Can you see it? It's no. And we turn it over. Where is it? Bloody screensavers. It says on. Yes? Yes? So I've got it there. I've got it there. If someone says no, to the next one, on to the next one, please. Thank you very much. Keep moving, keep hard. But you need to know what's your why. That's why the 5% do the opposite of the 95%. Because we are wasting time following the masses. And Mr. Byron Nelson says, what's your GOAT? What's the greatest thing of all times you're doing? What's your GOAT? GOAT, greatest of all times. What are you working on? And I think it was Mr. Thomas who said, the small pocket in your jeans is, you know, for what? The paycheck after taxes. The small pocket in your jeans is for the paycheck after taxes. It hurts when I heard that. Or it connected when it hurts that. Oh, that's rude, you can't say that. It's up to you how you see the language. It's up to you how you reflect. If you're in a job, that makes sense. How many of us, I think talked about in one of the calls, and I lose track, where is, you know, when they say, I think Julian mentioned it as well, is how the people use a language is, you know, when people say, you know, these companies, they scam us, they don't pay taxes, they don't do that. No, it's the leverage in the system they've got to be able to avoid those taxes because their investment is way more than you can even imagine. You know, it's the language that you want to take. You want to sit and say it's a scam and the rich get rich and poor get poor or whatever. No, it's because those guys have invested way more than we've been able to invest. And that's why they've been given the opportunity to save, to be able to reinvest in what they're doing. It's not a scam. That's why business people can save and do different things. Business allows you those. The system allows you. But we need to know the system. But the ordinary man doesn't know the system. So I love it when Mr. Thomas shares the money language and where you are with your money and, you know, all of that is because, oh, I got to reflect on that. I haven't reflected on that part of life. Have we looked at it? It made so much sense that I had to sit and redo my plan. I had to really think where I am. You know, I don't turn these calls off and say my episode's finished. It's not finished. Santa Barbara, bold and beautiful, years on, it's still going. They don't have the end in mind. There is no end in mind. Don't watch those soap operas. Although I did watch Dynasty again. There is no end in mind. But, you know, you've got to give yourself the entertainment, you know, no-brainer time. But you've got to keep that hunger going. You've got to be really strong in what you do and, you know, make it happen. All right. Another one I've liked here is a strong person doesn't hurt you. A strong person will not hurt you. Is the weak who rob you of your dreams. Right? This is, I think, Mr. Nelson's I'd taken down notes from. Broke people talk about money. Middle class talk about having things. And the rich talk about ideas, growth, and plans. And then when I say, you know, talk about money, talk about everyday paying bills, I go, I am broke. If I think I'm in the multiplying stage, as Mr. Thomas was asking, some days I feel I'm broke. But you will all have different phases in your life. How long do you choose to be stuck in that position is your choice. How long do you want to be there is your choice. And if you want to change it, then is it one day or is today day one is your decision. Yeah? Are you with me? Yes or yes? Give me a wave if everyone's happy with that so far. Mr. Thomas, I've got you on my screen. If you yawn one more time, then I'm going to be scared. I love you, sir. No, he says, okay. All right. So going back to network marketing. So it's not net free marketing, network marketing. What is it worth? How much are you putting in? Yeah. Jim Rohn says, and we've heard this saying many a times, work harder on yourself than you work in your job. And let's all give ourselves a round of applause for being here today. Applaud yourself. Let's pat ourselves in the back for being here. It's good. You're investing in yourself. Time is money. You could be somewhere else doing a job or somewhere else making that money, but you choose to be here. This is your investment in yourself, friends. Really, this is so important to applaud and be kind to yourself. That's what you're doing. You're massaging it in for yourself. Yeah, find out what works, how successful people have done it, and just follow the system. Don't challenge it. Just follow the system till it becomes a habit. And then you'll be just right there, right behind them. The only time I look back is to see how far I've come. Just to see how far I've come. Keep going, guys. Don't look back. Yeah. When we're in the roller coaster, we shut our eyes. How many of us really open our eyes and go, woohoo, and take it all in? We're scared. We hold on. We've got the seatbelt, but we still hold on because we're scared. It's all right, but we still get on the ride, don't we? Because we know 50 other people have just been on the ride before. It's safe. Now I'll go. So, you know, a lot of people are doing it right. Get on the right track, get on the right roller coaster and enjoy the ride with them. Yeah, and do it. Just do it. Take action. Action cannot beat anything. Action is attraction. Your taking action is attraction. And when you take action, it attracts people faster. If you're not taking enough action, it's not because you don't have enough traction. People are not getting attracted. It's not happening. So more action you take, it makes it faster for you. Yeah. To get to the top. This is Mr. James Adlin, Senior Vice President, Circle of Champions in one of our Australian events last year. I wrote this down when he spoke, amongst many things that he said, is to get to the top. The only difference is from this year to this year is what's inside here. To get to the top is what you say to yourself. Your self-talk is the most important. Not what I'm saying, not what anybody says, not what anyone tells you, is what at the end of the day, you're going to tell yourself. That's the only difference. And that's how successful people get to the top, because they talk different between these 2 years. And when you pray, a lot of the Muslim people pray like this. They put it here. You know, you reach out for here. You ask the energy to come. Healers put their hand out too. They ask for the power and they put it here. Because this is the power within you of what you tell yourself. That's how I see it. That's my interpretation of I'm asking for the healing power. I'm asking for the energy. When you do yoga and sit, you put your hands in a mudra, but your hands are open. You don't sit like this. You keep it open. You draw the energy from the universe. Yes? And they put it back into the ears. What are you putting in yourself is what you're connecting with, because this is the most powerful muscle in your body. Not here. Here. Okay, so that's what you tell yourself. I'm going to flick more pages here. Got all my notes going. And like I said, if you're not scared, you're not doing it hard enough. You're not taking that leap strong enough. You've got to take that leap and know it. Another one here. What have I got in my next screen? Oh, I like this. I like this. I like this. Whether it's real estate, whether it's ACN, whether it's anything you do, there is different phases. I know EP said, it's a pyramid scheme. We all live in a pyramid scheme 24/7, right? We all sick, we go to a GP. He's a generalist. It's either free in the government scheme or sometimes you pay a little bit, you pay less to go to a GP. Yes or yes? And then he says, no, you need to have a specialist because that's beyond me, beyond my pay grade. And he passes you on to the specialist. So an ETL, when you start, you're the generalist. When you become RD and you're getting into the specialist level, you know, your RDs who lead the team, who will guide you, who have done a little more work than the GP has or is more specialized in that scheme, does that particular thing long enough. And then you've got the experts, the SVPs, the RVPs, the SVPs, the COCs, who've been the celebrity, the authority. They've done it long and hard enough to tell you blindfoldedly how to do the job or how to do the business or what sickness you have. You know, whether you have attitude disease or whatever disease, they know it. And that's why they can sort faster than any of us can, because they've done it long enough. The business has been there for 27 years. We've done it for 27 minutes and it doesn't work. 27 minutes and we say it don't work. Yeah, they've done it for 27 years and built their lives and livelihoods from it. It's amazing. So where in the pyramid scheme do you fit? Even as a real estate agent, where do I fit? As a mother, where do I fit? As a business owner, where do I fit? As anything, where do I fit? Yeah? So anything, put yourselves, where do you want to get to? Do you want to be the masses, the generalists? Why is the pyramid thicker at the bottom? Because that's the masses. On the top, there isn't room for many. There isn't room for many at the top. That's why it's there like that. And you can't get up there that quickly because there isn't room for all of you there. There isn't room enough for everyone. So that's what I really like. And I like that pyramid in there because it makes me where I want to go to, the celebrity status. You know, that's where I want to work to. Where do you want to work to? That's fine. You can work to wherever you like. That doesn't make it right or wrong. It's your perception of how you see it, where you see yourself. You know, it's there. Another one I like Mr. Nelson puts there is when he does his coaching clients and when he takes people on outside ACN, he's a coach, a mentor, whatever they take on. He said, I ask my people first, you want my time? You paying me? That's fine. That's all good and done. But what are you willing to give up to do what, you know, to get what you want? What are you willing to sacrifice? Don't ask me for my time, my everything, my, when you're not willing to give up anything, because I'm not the genie. I'm not the magic wand. You know, you've got to work it still. I'm going to guide you. You've got to work it. Mr. Thomas guides us every day. We've got to work it. If you don't work it, there's no point. Yeah. So that's what he says. What are you willing to give up? Don't ask what the mentor is willing to do. What are you willing to invest? Don't worry about the $199 or Australians pay $270 or whatever you pay to get into the business. What are you willing to put in your business and invest? You know, Mr. Byron Nelson's even gone into talking about how you present yourself. We talked about that yesterday as well on our call. How you present yourself, how you come on these calls. Even now, are you sitting at the table, on a chair, at your desk or on the couch, leaning, snugged up, down, and just listening like that with your hand up? Where is it? Because your unconscious, subconscious mind is saying, chill, we're just listening to another episode of whatever. Yeah, because your mind's not active. If you sit up, your back is against, you know, sitting up. Sit right back up and you're upright and listening and writing and focusing, your whole focus, the whole shift is very different. You know, you're listening differently. Your action is different. And now hang on to your seats. I love this. We ask this question on repeat dial pretty much every week. They want more information. They wanted to know more. They wanted this. They wanted that. They didn't listen, la da da. You know what Mr. Nelson said? I just love this. I just love this. He said, people ask too many questions. That's why the 90% fail. He said, when you were going to have a baby, you didn't go to the prenatal classes before you were pregnant. You just got pregnant. So don't ask questions of how you're going to do it, how the baby's going to come, how am I going to push before you even know you're bloody pregnant. So I loved it when Mr. Nelson said, just go and do it. Don't ask the questions. Jump into it. We'll figure it out. Geez, if I'd only ask questions, you know, in our life and different things, would be in different situations, but we don't. Just do it. And that's the difference. And another thing I love that he says is if you can afford to do what you're doing, you're not an entrepreneur. If you can buy into something so easily, you'll throw it out. If you can just spend the $200 to get into the business, they'll treat it like a $200,000 business. And that's why our leaders say, don't treat it like a $200 business, treat it like a $200,000 business, because then you'll be interested. Then you'll be listening. Then you'll be like, oh my God, that hurts. I've paid $200,000. That bloody thing better work. What do I need to do to make it work? You invest in a McDonald's, pay $1 million. Those guys say, come to US and do your training there, come and do this there. You don't ask why. You just go and do the damn thing. Why? Because you just put $1 million down. You will spend another $1 million making sure you get those $1 million back. But when we put $200 and treat it like $200 business and you've got $1 million mentor sitting there, we don't value him like that. We don't value him. That's why Mr. Thomas said, we got to make changes. We got to shift. You know, you got to get paid for your time. You know, he's putting in, it should be the love. It doesn't have to be in his downline. As long as he can see you shift and grow and he's serving, he can see his purpose being fulfilled, he will be there for you. But if not, and it's the same question again, Mr. Thomas gets bolder every day because he keeps rubbing his forehead because it's the same questions all the time. It's shining. Look, it's shining. He's rubbed it so many times because he's like, the genie don't have no more. I've given you everything I got, people. You know, we've got to do it. Got to use it. Got to use it. That's amazing. That's so powerful. Why network marketing? Why now? It's a business opportunity you're getting to do something different. If I asked an average person or anybody for that matter to put even $1,000 or $10,000, let alone $1 million, they wouldn't be able to put it. They would have really a lot of questions. But this is a business opportunity you can start with not much, but you can gain so much out of. It's just because you don't know what the power of, the leverage is. You don't know the power of what it can do for you. It's a low cost entry, no additional expenses, an opportunity to earn extra cash, residual income, leverage, no staff, no stock, freedom, a mobile business, a lifestyle business you can create, something you can create massive out of. Do you really want it? If you don't, then we'll not see you next time. Don't waste your time. But if you really want something different in your life, and this is an opportunity to start from small to make it big. Hey, well, I believe when ACN started in Australia, I don't know how many services started in US. I'm not sure, but like we've heard the story from the co-founders, one service. When they started, if you've heard the co-founder story, they had one desk, a small office, and they would change the nameplate on the desk depending who's sitting there for the meeting. If it's Greg, if it's, whoever's sitting will keep changing the nameplate on their desk. They had just one desk, one service, but they were creating an opportunity. They knew where they were going. They all started small, but they knew what they could create. But if you understood the power of residual income and leverage and where it goes, and really understood wealth besides getting a paycheck, then we would appreciate what we've got on our table very differently, people. Very differently. The difference between interested and committed. The interested is doing something, when you're committed to it. And doing something when it's convenient to you, not committed to it. And when you're committed to it, there is no excuses. You just want results. Start getting interested rather than interesting. People will do it. That's the difference between the amateurs and the professionals. That's where the difference is. The amateurs do it when they feel it. It's a hobby. They will just play with it. But the professionals do it and make it their business. They will make it their business to put it out there and tell people. It doesn't mean you give up your job and do this full time, but you do it on a full-time basis. You do this on a full-time basis. Don't give up your full-time job, but do it on a full-time basis and make it your business. The amateurs will just do it as a hobby when they feel like it. When the thought pops up, they will just say something. And that's why we're repeating on repeat dial and not able to move forward. Do you get paid for the hour? We get paid for the value we bring to the hour. We're bringing you value. That was from Jim Rohn. We don't get paid for the hour. We get paid for the value we bring to the hour. And I love the PowerPoint there because we're in energy services anyways. We bring value to you. Spark it up, baby. Bring the spark to your life. Winners never quit. Quitters never win. We've heard that before. I'm not sure there's one person who cannot put his hand up for this. We've all heard this before. And I'm not talking further. No one's giving me any reactions. Only a few bobbleheads going. We've all heard this before. Yes. Hallelujah. We have. What does it mean, people? What does it mean? What does it really mean? I was having a good think at it, and I mixed so many things to it today. Winners never quit. Quitters never win. It doesn't mean run the race extremely fast and just get to the end today. It just means stay in it long enough because somebody else is going to quit anyways. We've heard the hare and the tortoise race or the story as kids. Yeah? Hare and the tortoise, turtle, whatever you say it, however you say it, whatever accent you put into it. We've all heard that story. It just means got to go. Slow and steady wins the race. We say all this. We've been hearing this since we were kids. We don't need a freaking leadership training. Tell us winners never quit, quitters never win. We've heard this from when we were sucking our thumb because we were hearing those stories. But we've just never put it in practice. Just keep doing it every day. And you will get there. You will get there. When confronted with a challenge, the committed heart will search for a solution. Whether you ask someone, do a three-way call, get on the call, ask people, do whatever you want. But the undecided one will search for an escape route. I didn't know what to say, so I just left it there. That's right. I just lost one guy. I'll go to the next one. No. You need to build rapport with people. That's a whole different conversation we can have. Building rapport with people, connecting with people, speaking their language, knowing your personality type, and quickly understanding within a few sentences their personality type, and then speaking their language. It's all English or whatever language you speak, but what connects with them. Why Mr. Thomas is so able to connect with people and they just sign up and then we can say they've signed up. Why? Because he just connects on a different level. Because we are on that same monotone. We talked about this yesterday as well. Have energy. No! Have energy, people. Come on. It's Saturday night for you. It's Sunday for us. But what the hell? We're Aussies. Aussies are already having Valentine's Day. It's a double one for us. We'll say Valentine's Day, American style and Aussie style. It's happy Valentine's Day to all of us. Okay, take action. Find a solution. Make it happen. Just do it. Just freaking do it. There are many kinds of people who make it happen, those who watch it happen, and those who will wonder what just bloody happened. Which one are you? Which one are you? I'm going to just make it happen. Opportunities, don't schedule an appointment. They're always there. You need to be prepared to be able to grab them. You need to be ready for the opportunities. Opportunities don't schedule an appointment with you and then come. They just come. You need to be smart enough, wise enough, ready enough to grab it and make something out of it. Those who are ready and smart enough, invested when the market is low, look at their outcome today. Whether it's in real estate, whether it's in a business opportunity, whatever it is. I will not quit until I'm living the life of my dreams. Thank you very much, sir, once again for giving me this opportunity. Hope I've served you well and been able to, share things that we can all look into and make a difference. But that's how I empower myself and like to share the same. Thank you very much. Thank you all for listening.
Wow, leave that up for a second. I will not quit until I'm living.
Sorry.
Living the life I dream of. Wait, let's say that all together again. Let's all say it together. 1, 2, 3. I will not quit until I'm living the life I dream of. Can we give Miss Has a wonderful hand? My God. Woo! This was powerful. I tell you what, I don't know about Mr. Diane Collins. I don't know. I tell you what, my God, I'm speechless. Can we put in the chat? Come on, let's show her some love. Put in the chat. Put in the chat. Mind blowing. Yes, it was. Well done. Wow. My God. Excellent job from Mr. Brinkle. Boom, boom. Wow. Put in the chat, everybody. My Lord. While we're doing it in the chat real quick, I'm going to highlight 10 things that sounded great to me that I took notes on and a lot more. But number 1, are you ready to open your mind? Number 2, 6 human needs. That's right, 6. Number 3, what you focus on will grow and it will also what? Multiply. What have you been thinking about? Okay. Some of you think about Valentine's Day. No. Okay. Number 4, can you handle the truth? Oh my God, I love that. So many people can't handle the truth. What is that? Yeah, can you handle? Yeah. Number 5, success comes when you work for it. It doesn't come. You got to work for it. Scare yourself a little bit. Be a student. Number 6. And you have to fail to succeed. I'm gonna say that one more time. You have to fail to succeed. That was amazing. Number 6, have you got your plans ready? Woo, I like that. Your mind is your GPS. Lord have mercy. Number 7, did you last talk to you? When was the last time you talked to yourself? When did you last talk to yourself? What makes you go, Everybody say it with me. What makes you go what? It was Diane Collins. You're so sweet. And Darren Hardy, 10 most greatest happening from last year. What were they for you? Number 8, the best of the best have coaches. So true. Number 9, 3 things you need to what? Do what? Less of. And 3 things you do what? More. There you go, Miss Collins. More of. And 3 things you need to do what? Miss Solar in Australia, stop. That's right. Stop all together. That's right, young lady. That's right. And number 10 was the wheel of what? Marvin Carter, smile. I've been watching you all night. I'm trying to get a smile out of you. Like, should I text him? Man, smile, laugh. Come on, y'all. It don't take, the wheel of life. That's right, Pat Robinson, the wheel of life. And number 11, that was powerful for me, the personality types. Which one are you? Which one are you? We all have all 4 in us, but we go throughout the day and we interchange. Mr. Sang